Appreciate all the commissioners being here. We do have a special guest today. Mr. Tanner is here. He is doing a little job shadow thing, time off. So he's come around and talked to me and met some of the commissioners. I know he met Miss Leanne in probate, the probate judge's office. So hope you get a lot out of your meetings today. And anyway, glad that you're here today. All right, so we're going to move on to the awards and presentations. So item number one will be a recognition for the Houston County Queens. This has been a little bit delayed, but we're excited to finally get them here. So is there any objection to that going on the agenda?
No objection.
Item number two is a presentation by the Dothan Houston County Library System. Mr. Chris Warren, who is the director of the library system, will be here to provide us an update. So any questions or objection to that going on the agenda?
No objection.
Okay. Item number three is another recognition. This will be for the Wicksburg 12U softball team. My brother actually coaches this team, so he called. They're trying to raise money. I told him they're not to come and ask us for a donation because we don't do that. But he does want his team to be recognized. They have an outstanding team. They've got an outstanding pitcher who is striking out ladies that have already committed to colleges, and this is not even a JV level softball team. So they're going to be going to the World Series, and so they're going to be here to be recognized. So any objection to that one going on the agenda for Monday?
No objection.
Okay. All right, I'm going to take the privilege as chairman to ask Mr. Tyler to come up before we get on to our regular agenda. We're going to be talking about a lot on Monday. So Tyler, if you don't mind, go ahead and give us an update on a change in a road that will be taking place in the next few weeks.
Yes, next Wednesday, July 26th, Houston County Road and Bridge will start first thing that morning, installing a four-way stop at the intersection of South Park and Malvern Road, just south of the Rehoboth High School. As most of you are aware, Rehoboth Middle School has now moved to the high school location campus, and they are in the process of installing an entrance and exit road onto South Park. So Houston County Road and Bridge felt with additional traffic on South Park that it was necessary for safety reasons to install a four-way stop. We will put up advanced warning signs as shown on this map over here to my right. And then also I want to thank the city of Dothan's traffic department. They're going to allow us to borrow 2 message boards for a week or so to put out there to hopefully notify everybody that there is a new traffic pattern. Is this intersection will become a four-way stop instead of just a two-way stop. So
Gotcha.
Any questions or anything, they can call our office. And I've notified the town of Rehoboth as well to allow them to get the message out.
Gotcha. Any questions about this? Have y'all, and maybe you did, I just haven't seen it, but or if you haven't, can you prepare something for social media that we can share and that we can share with Rehoboth and they can share, just kind of help increase awareness before the change takes place?
Yes, sir. We were planning on putting something out after this meeting.
Okay, perfect. Good deal. Good.
I put something out last night. That's what.
Okay, good. All right, cool. Thank you. No. All right, item number, I said no. Thank you. Item number one is a request to approve budget amendment for workers' compensation insurance premium adjustment. This is a little bit complicated. Mr. Peter, why don't you explain this?
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you gentlemen may be aware, workman's comp insurance is a function of payroll. And the majority of this budget amendment relates to the fact that, and this has to do with our 2022 year, not the current 2023 year. The audit is always retroactive. This has to do with the COLA that the commission approved, for the most part, a COLA the commission approved back during that year. And so as a result, it also passed through as an increase in the workers' comp premium. There's a piece also that relates to some reclassifications that our insurance carrier has made for some of the positions in the county. And the reason why it's now July before we're asking for this budget amendment is I was trying to negotiate with that insurance carrier to see if we can get a different dispensation.
I've got some comments, but any questions that y'all have?
Did we get it lower?
No, sir.
We did not. We did not. And it was not without a tremendous amount of effort. I can guarantee you that. And maybe some veiled threats as well. This is, number one, we did do a mid-year COLA increase, which we, as far as I can remember, have historically never done. I'm sure it's probably been done in the past. So it's kind of, we did this not thinking, I guess, that it was going to impact the workers' compensation, but also, much to my chagrin and disappointment and disbelief, that they reclassified some of our employees. We all know Mr. Kirkland. I'm going to pick on you now as the highest paid employee in the county. They are rating him, according to workers' compensation, as if he is out there driving a backhoe and driving a dump truck, which he does not do. He sits in the office probably 70% of the time, administering his department. So I don't know. I don't see how they can justify that, but according to the rules and everything that they have given us, that's the way it's supposed to be. So anyway, that's kind of it. It is what it is. I've instructed Peter maybe next year to kind of look and see what other options might be out there. As far as I know, we've never really investigated what alternatives may be out there. This is probably, if I had to guess, probably still going to be the best that we can do, even if we were to shop this around. But maybe we need to shop it around just to see, what our options might be. So, any questions? All right. Any objection for this item going on the agenda? Okay. Item number 2 is a request to approve the interlocal agreement between the City of Dothan and Houston County for the 2023 Burn Justice Assistant Grant JAG program. This is a normal and customary grant. It's time to approve that this year. So any questions, any objections? This item going on the agenda?
No objection.
Okay. Item number 3 is a request to make a contingent offer to fill the vacant EMA director position and authorize chairman to negotiate salary. So before we talk about this, we've advertised this job now for a while. I think we had 61 applicants apply for it, which I was kind of shocked that we have that many. And there were a lot of them that did not meet the minimum qualifications. And Ms. Sherry, she's here. Yes, I want to thank you and your department for doing a great job of keeping this organized. I've expressed to her that this is probably the smoothest hiring process that I've been through since being on the commission. We were able to, by process of elimination, whittle it down to 3 candidates. In my opinion, all 3 candidates are deserving of this position. After the interviews, I think any one of those people can fill this role and do a great job. It was an incredibly difficult decision that I had to make for who I wanted. Anyway, after the interviews, which were open, we did go into an executive session as the law allows to have a frank discussion about the candidates. Now, what we did not do, and I want to assure the public of this, we did not sit behind closed doors and say, okay, who are we going to hire? Because the law does not allow that. But what we did do is we went down the list of candidates one by one. We talked about the first candidate, second candidate, third candidate, and we all kind of gave our honest and open opinion about those candidates' pros and cons. So that's the process that led us to this day. We have a request to make a contingent offer to fill the vacant EMA director position. But what I'm hoping the commission will do today is to name the candidate that the commission would prefer to hire. And then we will replace this item number 3 with more specific language to name an actual person. So at this point, I will open it up to the commission for comments and discussions so we can figure out who we want our next EMA director to be?
We make a recommendation to hire Mark Powell as our next MA director.
Okay.
Second.
Well, we're not voting today, so, but, so any discussion about, Mr. Powell? His name has been put forth.
No, I think it's a good recommendation.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I'm
So,
good with it.
okay, all right, so let me see, how do we will request to make contingent offer, to Mark Powell, to fill the vacant EMA director position and authorize chairman to negotiate salary. So that's the wording that I'm going to request. Any objection to placing that item as worded on the agenda for Monday?
No objection. No objection.
All right, item number 4 is a request to approve plat for Mockingbird Hills subdivision. Any discussion? Talk about it. This is in Wicksburg.
This subdivision is off Hubbard Road. It's built, they're ready to start selling lots, so they've, met all our specifications and requirements and are now ready for signatures on the final plat.
Okay, all right. So this one and the next one's in Wicksburg.
That's correct.
Okay, all right. Any questions about this item? Any objection to this item going on the agenda for Monday?
No objection.
Okay. Item number 5 is a request to approve preliminary plat for Flowers Plantation Subdivision Phase 2, Road and Bridge.
This subdivision is located off Judge Logue Road, just, I guess, west of 123. It's a new subdivision that obviously the preliminary plat, we haven't started construction yet. They have to get that approved before, but they've met all of our requirements as far as getting construction plans approved and submitted to Houston County standards.
Okay, okay. This is where Dennis Cumby, what was his name, died several years ago.
No, this
Kathy
here,
Woodham, Dennis and Kathy Woodham. I can't remember the last.
It's not the same.
No, I'm
no,
not saying.
no, this here just, regular was just on field. There was nothing prior there.
Okay, okay, okay. All right, any questions or discussion on this item?
No objection.
Any objection for this item going on the agenda for Monday?
No
objection.
Okay. All right, item number 6 is a request to approve the 2023 Rebuild Alabama Contractors Report. This is the report that is required by law that we file every year. So any objection for this item going on the agenda for Monday?
No objection.
So you best, I think Tyler going to change the amount, because they're finishing payment today, right? That's correct. So the amount might change a little bit. Monday should be other payment today.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, all right, well, good. Good deal. Item number 7 is a request to sell the following items on GovDeals. 26 empty chemical tanks, Road and Bridge, a 7-foot by 25-foot gooseneck trailer with building maintenance, and a 6-foot 4-inch by 14-foot trailer also with county buildings. Any objection to this item going on the agenda for Monday?
No objection.
No objection.
All right, I am going to ask, because this is potentially a last-minute ad, I just got a call 7 minutes before this meeting was about to start from our attorney, and he is suggesting that we add an item on the agenda. I do not have the information. It has not been prepared yet, but this would be, the wording that he gave me is motion to enter into a settlement agreement with Southern Alabama Surgery Center for tax appeals before tax tribunal. So as all you gentlemen are aware, and just for the public's knowledge, so we've been involved with a tax tribunal case for over a year now. Not anything we did wrong. We hire a company that collects our sales taxes, and there was an update to the law that was made in at some point in the past, and I can't remember the year, but in 2017, the sales tax for items that go in your body during surgery. So if you had to replace a tendon or a screw, anyway, the Alabama state legislature said that you no longer have to pay sales tax on those items. All right, so the company that we hired to collect our sales tax, for whatever reason, took a position that they still had to pay those sales taxes. So the long and the short of it is that those sales taxes were collected illegally and remitted to us. We have obviously spent those funds. So we have been in negotiations with the parties that we illegally, or the avenue illegally collected those sales taxes from for a while now. And we finally have gotten the first one of these to come to the point where we can settle it. And it's my recommendation that we do settle it and not go to court over this. So we will have the information before you on Monday about the specific amounts and the details and that sort of thing. Like I said, this is a last minute ad. If we get to Monday and there are any questions and y'all don't feel comfortable approving it, then we can, table until the next meeting until the commission is ready to approve it. So that's the request. I will need, if y'all want to add this to the agenda, I will need a motion second so I have to vote on it.
I motion we add it to the agenda.
All right, we have a motion by Commissioner Herring. Second by Commissioner Ivy. Any further discussion on this item? To add it to the agenda on Monday. All right, all in favor of adding this item to the agenda on Monday, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion passes. Okay, that will be added as item number 8. Is there anything else for consideration for Monday's agenda by the commission? Okay, all right, we do have, hold on. We do have one privileges of the floor request. Miss Priscilla Andrews will come forward. Always great to see you. You can come to that microphone, press that button so that the red light comes on so it can be recorded. She is here to follow up about a discussion on fireworks and South Park Avenue. So I know you spoke to us last time about fireworks. Hopefully you have some additional information because we hate to have the same people say the same things over and over again. But anyway, the floor is yours and you have. Yeah.
It's from the fire marshal.
Yeah.
It's from federal.
You want to pass this out to everybody?
Oh, it's just one.
Okay. I'll make copies and get that file.
Oh,
Go to the, yeah. All right, you have 5 minutes, Ms. Priscilla. Thank you for being here. The floor is
I'll
yours.
show you what landed on my car in my house. This, and the fire marshal said this was very dangerous. They turned this loose. You can see where it burned. It's real long. Odd. I thought it was odd. The fire marshal saw it there and see them spread. These people highly dangerous. They started a lot of fires, especially in North Alabama. And they got where they won't let them do that anymore. And also Huntsville. If y'all would consider this, he told us about fires that were started in Huntsville, Alabama. And he said they now have a 600-foot rule as a buffer zone for citizens setting off fireworks. And he said that stopped a lot of the fires. He said they had a huge fire because of like that. Anyway, that's the follow-up. And the other is about I was riding last week down South Park, the 9300 block. I believe the gentleman was talking about it. There was this thing. Anyway, he said, I saw where they were building. I saw the road that was off South Park that was supposed to go behind Rehoboth School, and it kind of concerned me. It looked to me like the pond was draining because the way it had been, the work that had been done. I'm not familiar with that. I'm really, that's out of my realm. But and the road was built real close to the pond. And the first thing that I thought of was if I was driving, I just might wave. I might weave a little bit and go right into that pond because it was so close to it. And that just brought a lot of concern to me. If you just go out there and look at it. And I was thinking about what might happen in the future if there's a school bus with children and it swerved a little bit and ran off into that pond. That pond's been there for almost as old as I am. I'm 70. And that was real scary to me. And I just thought I'd bring it to your attention.
Okay, all
And I
right,
appreciate it.
all right, thank you. Thank you. There being no items before, no further business for the commission will be adjourned until Monday. Thank y'all for coming.